Hi, my name is Helen Chinchilla. I am recording for Music 111, the MMC presentation. I'm currently in my bathroom. Not that you asked, but now you know because it's the only quiet place I can get as a mom. I can lock the door and do this quietly. Anyway, I'm a little nervous, but I have my laptop here because I have the questions that I need to go through and explain them. Okay, so the first question is, why did you choose the images you did? So I interviewed two people in my family, my husband and my mother, and they are the most influential music people I know. I mean, almost to a fault, but it's okay. I still love them. And I knew that when I got this project that they would be the people I wanted to interview, because their whole aura and world wraps around music. Anyway, so why I chose the images I chose. So I chose to do, which you will see, two separate imageries. Like one side will be the interview with Dominic Palomino, which is my husband, and one side will be with Lori Chinchilla, which is my mother. Because I wanted to separate them because they were two, although they share the same music love, they have totally different experiences in what it means to them and their influences and things like that. So I did two separate collages, but in one project, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I'm going to start with Dominic Palomino. The images I chose, so I recorded it on my phone as recommended. And it was way easier because I got to go back and I actually learned a lot, not only just in this project, but just in our relationship in general, and which was nice. But I chose some of the, I don't know if I show you or if you'll see them, but this side is Dominic's and this side is Lori's. So I'm going to start with like the top row and just go like row from row, I guess. Hopefully I did this right. A little nervous. Okay. Anyway, so there's a picture of two people. One has a heart in the head, and then it's like coiling into, I'm not going to describe every picture, but I'm just going to go like based off of what I and why. But anyway, some of the answers he was saying, like to the questions, his questions were, one of his first questions was, how big of a role does music play in our relationship? And his answer was, it just, now we've been together for a long time, but it intertwines, like things that I really don't see musically in our daily life. I just am so in mom mode. He's able to use that as inspiration. I mean, he can literally take inspiration from a fly and make a song. It's just so wild, but I love him for it. And that's kind of why I chose that picture. The second picture is a black and white picture of different shoes. One's like kicks, one's these pair of like combat boots, and another pair is kind of like dressy shoes. And one of the questions after that I asked was, what musical tastes do we have, or no, sir, that's, excuse me. Like, what was your history of upbringing in music and how does it influence your daily life? And he has so many different genres, him being Hispanic and Mexican American. Like, he grew up so different from the stuff he listens to now. I think maybe when I was younger and in high school, I was like a skater girl. And I've influenced some of the music he makes now, but he grew up oldies, classic, Chicano based music. So that picture represents like the different shoes represents just the different genres, but if you look at the picture, it's all in the same. Like, it looks like a cohesive picture because it's a black and white picture. It just looks like three pairs of shoes. But if you in-depthly look at the picture, you'll see the different shoes. I don't know how long this is supposed to be. I'm like really nervous. Anyway, different things he spoke about. I'm not, like I said, not going to go through every question, but different things he spoke about. I have a picture that says influence. He says that his influence is huge, now more so today, because he has more life, and is influenced by different things. His muse is he said, myself and our babies, and our new baby on the way. One of the things is there's a picture of hands holding some flowers. So that was just his experience to be able to share when he was younger. He was stating that he was apprehensive on sharing his music and what he was writing, because he was young and scared. And now that he's older, he's able to freely share it. Anyway, going to my mother, the same thing. She had a lot of inspiration on, her question was, I'm so sorry if this is long. Her question was, what music presents the same way in our household as in your childhood home? And she really grew up on gospel music. I grew up on gospel music. My mother has traveled in the Edwin Hawkins choir. I don't know if you know who Edwin Hawkins is, but he's the creator or the writer for Oh Happy Days. She is a well-traveled musician. She has played every instrument known to. And a lot of the pictures just depict her relationship with Christ. And like one of the questions was, what concert have you went to, and what famous people have you met, or something. One of the questions was that. And she met a lot of gospel famous singers that I don't know, maybe not a lot of people would consider famous, but in the gospel community, they're considered very famous. And she said, not that she did it for that, but that was just like part of the experience, part of the whole reason. She said there's a picture of an arm, because she was like, music is literally like my arm. Like she cannot, my family, especially like my mother, father, brother, they cannot live without music. I don't think that they could exist in this life without music. So she just really depicted, I have a picture that says my life to explain just like what she was explaining to me, very in depth. I had long interviews with them, and it was beautiful to get to know them. Even though I knew they loved music, like their answers to the assignment were like, whoa, okay. So anyway, I'm so sorry. I don't know if I'm doing this right. What did you learn from your interviews? I learned a lot, because my family is so musical, and I'm talking about like to a fault. Where like my mom was explaining, it was so, she breathes, lives, it's a part, she's like, it's like literally my arm. Like she cannot live without music. And not that this is like human services, but there is some resentment there, because, you know, on the other hand, childhood was different because music was a priority. But interviewing her as a grown woman and a mother myself, I learned how much passion somebody can have for something, and learning that it's a great motivator for life, for living. And I really didn't know that about music, because I so purposely strayed away from it, because I was like, okay, I'm just gonna hate it because everybody else loves it. I'm gonna live a life without it. But again, I married my husband and he loves it. And it's funny. It's the Lord's way of telling me, like, music is inspiring. My mom said something. She said it's past, present, and futuristic. Like, it is literally, it changes the mood in the house. Even if it's like, because I listen to like Beethoven, like no words music, and Mozart, just because the sound of it. But I always thought music was like singing, talking, like words. But I've learned that I just love different music, but it is very mood changing. It's inspirational. It's a whole, I'm going through a whole walk right now during this course. Okay. Are there any significant insights you'd like to share with us? Basically that. I'm 5 months pregnant right now. So a lot of things are changing. As the older I get and the more closer I get to my kids, I'm like, They love music and even sound, because I'm more of a sound kind of person instead of like a song and like a artist and like going to their concert, which is cool. And like I've done that when I was younger, but I'm more sound. Like I am so into, I will literally open the windows and listen to the birds, and I'm like, that for me is like so peaceful. And that to me, I can literally listen to a tweet of a bird like outside of a window, or like the sound of rain like on repeat, like on a CD. Anyway, do you have a good idea already of how music functions for yourself, your family, and your friends? Yes, I do. Like I said it before, I strayed away from it, and my family just absolutely, it's everything to them. And I don't hate it. I didn't think it was necessary. Maybe because, I don't know. It was resentment. But because I think anything of a good thing, like too much of a good thing, is a bad thing. And so, yeah. But that's why I took this course, because I'm like, I know it's so in my blood that I feel like I just need to learn the love of it and the theory of it and the foundation of it. And that's exactly what I'm learning. Okay, what was your largest takeaway from this project? I guess what I just stated. That was my biggest takeaway. Also, learning about the people that I love the most. I chose these people because they are the biggest influences, past, present, and future, in my life. And their biggest influence is music. And I just totally learned, you think you know somebody? I mean, I know them, but like to really relearn somebody's interest and somebody's insight. And I had some really good interview questions. I don't know if I can submit them, but the interview questions that I gave weren't just like, why do you like music? Who's your favorite artist? Like if I can give a quick example, number 5 for my husband was, what does it feel like to create music? And his explanation was so in depth, because he does make music. He has a whole YouTube of making music, and I've never made music. So, or how much do we bond over similar music tastes or non-similar music tastes? Like, it was just growth in relationship and understanding from a musician or a musical mind's interpretation. And it kind of got my wheel in my mind going about music, because I secretly have it. It's a secret. But it was just, I don't know if it's just this class, if it's supposed to be like super artsy, but I'm actually the opposite of that. And it definitely opened up that, like, just that world for me that I have forcefully tried to shut. But anyway, I hope I did this correct. So those are the questions that were asked. And yeah, I had an experience with this project. Anyway, all right, bye.